Alright, welcome to the vlog series. So I'm picking this up again, but I'm going to retitle it. So this is going to be my road to 900 kilos. So if you know me IRL and you talk to me on a semi-regular basis, you'll know that I set the goal a while ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, of totaling 900 kilos in the 120 kilo class as a natural in the IPF. Lifetime natural. And it's been something that I was working towards and starting to kind of gear up towards in 2019, 2020. And I was in pretty good shape at that point. I'd squatted 305, was benching 220, probably a little bit north of 220. And my deadlift was probably around 310, 315. So I was in shape probably for a good PB. I did a mock meet where I had a PB in squat and then the other two died in their arse. So it was... Before the lockdowns happened, I was in a position where I was kind of done a block that worked really well for squat. Bench and deadlift training went well, but the peak didn't work out for the mock meet. So that's where I was at with my training, but with various different things, lockdowns, business being closed, having to change training environment a few times, motivation being in the toilet, getting back. I've achieved a couple of things in between lockdowns. I deadlifted 320 in 2021, I think, or 2022, I think, which was like one of my years and years ago. I set natural milestones or lifetime natural goals of squat, bench, deadlift of 300, 220. 320. I think when I was still posted on T Nation, had a training log on there. I think that's when I set those goals, and that was around 2009, 2010. So I've achieved all those landmarks, and individually as lifts, I'm fairly happy with that. However, as a lifter, I'd really like to hit a 900. Originally, kind of 2018, 2019, it was to try and be competitive in the 120 kilo class, but Tony Cliff has just exceeded himself so far that that's just not even in the reckoning anymore in the UK. So it's more for myself, the total 900. I would love to do some more international comps as an open. So that might mean I go back to Ireland and try and compete there, but the competition standard there is getting really good as well. So I basically need to be able to total 900 to achieve some of the competition goals I'd like to set. So this is my video log doing it. So this is block 2, week 2, session 1 and 2. So session 1 just went. That's what I was kind of talking over the top of. That was ramping threes, 210 top set. So I'm doing a 4-week block. Week 1's kind of a deload, and then it's like a 3-week ramp. And I've got my next competitions in April. It's gonna be not the Highland Open, just the Spring Open in Scotland for Scottish Powerlifting, which is the IPF affiliate in Scotland. So my goal for that, I've been chasing a goal. So last British, I set the goal. Well, I was hoping to set a PB total, and training was looking good. Last British was March 2023, and training was looking fairly good. It was kind of patchy, but it was looking fairly good going into it. I hit 280 double or 280 triple deadlift. That was like super easy. I was benching 170 for 8. Squat was okay. I can't remember specifically, but it was looking. I was kind of hoping. I was kind of thinking with belt and sleeves, I'd be able to hit kind of high 2s, maybe a 3. I was in that kind of shape, and then training just kind of fell apart. And then I ended up doing the competition with no belt and no sleeves, just because my training was in the toilet, and I thought it was just. I'd registered anyway, so I was gonna do it. So I did it no belt, no sleeves, set a 705 total or something like that. And then ever since that competition last year, I've been trying to better that. So at the end of last year, I ended up with a 760 total at the Highland Open in November or October. I had a 280 squat, which was that's a lifetime PB beltless. So I was really happy with that, but the squat totally fucked me. So I managed a 200 bench, which was the target I thought I was going to hit. But I was hoping to hit like a 310, maybe 315, or an outside chance 320 deadlift, because deadlift was absolutely flying in the lead up, and I thought 310 was like the minimum I was going to hit. But I ended up failing 300 twice just because the squat absolutely emptied my tank. So this competition, I'm gonna go beltless and sleeveless again. And the goal is to total 812 or above, or 810 or above. So to set an outright PB, my competition best is 810. So I'm hoping to set an 812, no belt, no sleeves, and that puts me in a really strong position to then start chasing the 900. So that's kind of like the overshot of Road to 900 and kind of the background towards it. And the reason that I've started the vlog up again was that I think I'm finally in a position where I think I can start pushing towards that realistically. Our firstborn, Elizabeth, is in nursery. My work life's more settled. Obviously, with a young child, there's disruption, but it's not like an everyday thing anymore. It's, the odd week here and there, the odd day here and there. There's disruption. I'm back in a routine of waking up in the morning, training in the morning, so that means I've got pretty consistent and regular training. I feel like I'm in a position where I want to mentally push myself again. I want to kind of get stuck into training again, start pushing myself hard again. So I've started cutting weight. Down 106 kilos this week. So starting weight was about 122. I'm going to stay in the 120 kilo class. So I'm 38 now. So as an open in the age category, I've not 2 years in the open category, but I'm going to compete as an open into my early 40s as well. So I'm basically giving myself kind of a minimum of 2 years, maybe 4 or 5 years to hit 900. So that's the time frame for it. My best gym lifts together is like an 855 total or an 860 total. So the base strength should be there for mid 800s if I can just get my training together in a repeatable manner where I can be sure of kind of where my peak strength is going into competitions. So this is the first time since I kind of started gearing up to deadlift 300 for the first time in 2017 that I've got like a really set program. And normally my program is done and there's a week's worth of training, and I know what I've done last week. I've kept a training log since like 2009 online, 2008 online. I've had a training log online somewhere. So I've been logging my workouts throughout. But I've got like a set program, a set trajectory. So I've got that in place for the first time in a long time. So that's kind of really crystallized what I'm meant to be doing on a session basis. Should keep me in check so I'm not overreaching anything. So the end of this block that we're currently watching right now, I'm aiming to hit 230 for 3 squat. I would like to hit a bit more than that, but that was the target of the last block that I fell short of by 1 rep. I could have done the rep, but the RP was going to be too high, so I decided against it. I want to hit a 180 for 3 bench, but I want it to be quite easy, like an RP 8, and a 270 for 3 deadlift, and I want that to be similarly easy, like an RP 7 maybe. I did 250 for 3 at the end of last block. It was pretty easy. It was like 6-7, 175 for 3 on bench. It was probably a bit harder, like maybe 8.5. And on squat, I had 230 for a double at 8.5. So I could have done the triple, but like I said beforehand, it would have been a bit too high RP, and I think it would have impacted my recovery a bit much going into this block. So I think I made the right call there. So it wasn't last block was kind of after Christmas, kind of getting back into the routine and all the rest of it. I really struggle after time off. I normally drop quite a lot of fitness, so it's taken me like 5 or 6 weeks to kind of get back to where I was. But I'm pretty confident right now. Certainly by the end of this block, I'll be in a position where I'll be similar condition to where I was at the end of the year. And then I've got 2 blocks before the next competition to try and put together something. So for the next competition, a raw squat 290 would be the minimum target. Would like to do more. Squat's not in the best position at the minute, so not sure if that's going to be too much of a reach. Bench 210, 205, 210. and then deadlift 310, 315. Bench and deadlift are tracking along pretty well. Squats maybe a little bit out, but we'll keep out how it goes. I've just kind of put this together this way because it's expedient right now. The weather's absolute dog shit here, and I want to get into the house to the home office, so it's a bit warmer, so I can get on with admin. But I wanted to get this done because the good microphones in the garage, so that's why I'm kind of doing it here. And also, it's more expedient to do a voiceover like this because I can do it in Premiere Pro. So this however, all ends like a massive task. It's like a 30-40 minute thing, so probably going to chunk it up into smaller videos. I was going to start doing that from session 1 this week, but it kind of got away from me. So that will be the idea for next week. But who gives a fuck? I'm just gonna. I'll see you in the next one. So I'm just gonna keep uploading. We'll see how we develop. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, whatever. See you later.